was working downtown on Worth Street that day. My supervisor told me one of the planes went into the building. I went down there to help. And I'm used to be an auxiliary cop and try to help. And I got down there and the second plane hit. I lost touch with my wife. I worked down there for about half a day. And I had to go find my wife. We woke up on 74th Street in Park Avenue to let her know that I was still alive. And then worked at the 19th precinct for the rest of the week. Pretty hectic. You don't think about it. There's no emotion, no nothing, because you're trained to do the job. You just do it.
I really remember this day when I was back in Israel, and I was just filling my car. And I went to a fuel station, I don't know what you guys call it, and we heard on the radio suddenly that the Twin Towers were they got hit by a airplane, and everybody, I couldn't believe it, so I ran home as fast as I could, and all the Israeli news, all the coverage was with the building and all of us, and I already saw it on live before it collapsed, and we thought it's a movie. We said, hey, it couldn't be. And I never been there. I've been to New York a couple of times. I've never been at Twin Tower. I've been to the Empire State. I've never been in there. But when I saw that, I just said to myself, is it a movie or what? Like I couldn't understand even what I'm seeing. I'm still right now when I'm talking about, I'm really confused. I just have to say that this is an event that affected everybody, nation, around the world, even Israel. Everybody we were in shock. In Israel, everything stopped. Not only in New York, also in Israel, everything just stopped. And I think that the fact that the American people and everybody know how to cherish this moment, and they know how to put their significance to the country, I think it's a beautiful thing. And that's it. I'm glad to be a part of it, and I'm glad to put an event like this that people remember this, what happened, not forget.
Hi, talking to you here, Harley Davidson, Long Island City. 9/11, I remember it. I'll never forget it. I didn't know anybody in the towers, but I was in my car on the BQE going westbound when it happened. All I knew is there was bad traffic. Then I rounded a curve and I saw the towers burning, and I saw the second tower fall. Everybody was aghast. There's one little irony for me in that, is that I had a song playing on my CD player in my car, a song by Megadeth called Holy War's Punishment Due, and the lyrics came on just as I figured out what was going on. Anti-war stuff while war is happening in front of me. I'll never forget that coincidence, but I'll never forget what I saw that day. It's pretty unbelievable. We've bounced back and everything, and I'm glad for that. All we can do now is hang together.
On 9/11, it was actually my day off of work. I was on my way to the shop for a meeting with some people from Harley Davidson, and I heard it about 2 blocks away from the store, and found out that a plane had crashed into the towers. And then when we came into work, put on the television, we actually watched the second plane hit the tower, the other tower. Luckily, nobody that I know personally died in the towers. But we've been doing this event here now for like 8 years, I think, and it gets bigger and bigger every year. A lot of guys that are here didn't lose a lot of people that they know in the towers, and basically a good thing for everybody. Gives everybody some remembrance of what happened, and hopefully it'll keep going on, and we can do this for a pretty long time. Nobody will ever forget about what happened on that day.
Sophomore in high school at the time the towers went down, and I had just gotten into school, and some of the kids were running through the hallway, and they were telling us, like, the straight said we were under attack, the straight said we just got hit, and I was like, I didn't believe it. I walked into the office, and they had the radio blasting, and just then, the second plane hit the tower, and we were like, all right, we're definitely, this is not a joke or anything like that. I had a couple of people from Local 3 that had died in the towers. One specific one that jumps out to me is James Cartier and Charles Lucania. Those two guys were particularly involved with the motorcycle club, and it's a shame, but 10-year anniversary, and just try and stay vigilant. And New Yorkers do it the best. They just take things as they come. They take the blows, but they just keep on pushing through. So here we are, 10th anniversary, and hopefully we have a good turnout tonight.
Joe Sessa. I've been in the club for over 20 years in the New York City Heart Club. I do this run because I'm a New Yorker and I'm American, and we're going down there to pay our respects to all the people that died down there. It's a little bit personal. My family was pretty lucky. My brother-in-law was in the building when it got hit, and he was very lucky that he got out, or my whole family would have been changed by having my niece and my nephew have no dad.
Wow, that's incredible.
So he got out of there, and I remember him talking to my son, who also worked in Midtown at the time, and I know they had to both walk over the bridge to get home, and it just took me a while to get in touch with them, and I had to know if everything was all right, because we didn't know what was going on. But they both got over the bridge, and my family was very lucky, but a lot of families are not lucky. And that's why we do this run every single year. We go down. I have a wreath to bring down from the club. I go down there. I try to lead everybody in a couple of prayers. And we all have our own agenda down there, why we're there. And I'm sure that everybody has some sort of a story from the day that the trade towers got hit and went down.
Okay.
But some are a lot sadder, some are really good stories, people that help other people and stuff like that. But I consider my family very lucky, and I do this for the families that were not quite as lucky. And that's why I do this every year.
It's not a happy night. It's a happy night to be with everybody, be with all our friends.
Okay. What are you doing here today? What's this all about?
I'm here to support the ride. I'm here to support the ride, and I'm here to support all the people that we lost, friends, family, etc.
I was heading, I guess, to the mall or something, and I see all these people are walking, and I pulled over, and I laid my seat down, and I put them in my Chevy Blazer, and I took them to the bus stop because they were walking from, I guess, from the city, coming in to Queens, and they had their shoe off, their slippers, everything. I just picked them up, whoever I could fit in my truck, and I kind of dropped them off at the train station, and whatever was working at the time, I just gave them a ride, I think, to Queens Center Mall, and that was it. And I just went home, and that was it.
How was your emotions?
It was sad. It was sad that we had no way out. It was just that one way. Everyone had to go back to walking. There was no cars, and no other people won't even stop to give these people a ride to help them out.
Yeah.
I pulled over, whoever I could put in my car, I did. No seat belts, whatever. I just, I took the most elder people, older, and that's basically it, and that was it.
Well, that was very nice of you to do something like that.
I had to, do something.
Everybody supporting each other.
Yes, and that's the whole thing. We all have to come together.
My name is Lee. I'm here from Suffolk County, New York. I have a friend of mine that I lost in 9/11, lost the firefighters, and I'm here to support the families, and hopefully we keep fighting these people and keep right on going. God bless America. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Chris. I'm from Suffolk County also. I'm a teacher. I was in class the day this happened. One of my students, her dad was a firefighter. It was a tough day for her, but thank God he came out alive. That whole day was a tough day for everybody, but you know what? We're stronger because of it, And you know what? We rise from the ashes, and I'm proud to be here, part of this ride commemorating the lives that were lost and the people, you know, it's not for nothing. We're all here supporting
That's
those
very
families.
nice.
And God bless America.
We came here this weekend to deliver a flag to Engine 28, Ladder 11, where the youngest firefighter killed on 9/11 was from, Michael Camerata.
Okay.
And we went and delivered it today. And in the course of the conversations of coming up here, we were told about the Midnight Ride to Ground Zero, and were invited to come. And what better way to pay our respects to those who've lost their lives?
Very nice.
You know. I don't know what else you could do.
So how did you feel about, well, you know, like what happened with the buildings? I mean, when they went down, where were you, you know?
I was sitting in front of a computer in Kansas City at work and actually watched the second plane hit the tower.
Wow. What were you feeling when you saw that?
Anger.
Most
Fear,
people are.
Sadness. Really. There really aren't any words.
Exactly.
There
yes,
really aren't
yes.
even today.
I'm having a lot of that today, trying to interview people. They shy away, you know.
Yeah, I can understand that.
What would you guys like to say about this 9/11 thing?
Well, we're here today to support 9/11.
Okay.
Remember what happened, never forget, and show that we're still thinking about everybody.
Yeah, this is this is for the country. It's a beautiful thing when everybody gets together like this. Lets the rest of the world know we're united and we're going to stay there, and you're not going to bring us down.
Did you guys know anybody?
We had friends.
You had friends in the building?
People who had family there. Yeah.
What were you feeling when you knew this guy was in that building and it just came down?
There's no feeling. It's numbness.
No words.
Numbness.
Yeah.
You know.
You guys ain't the only one.
Yeah, I had a lot of friends that were working there, and thank God they got out. A friend of mine, he lost both his kids there. His two sons. One was a fireman, one was a police officer. And it should never happen to anybody.
Okay. We're going to come every year.
Great. Okay, thank you for supporting.
I had a good friend of mine who's an electrician, local 3 electrician, that was in Tower 2 when Tower 1 got hit, and he got out, and luckily he was a survivor. He doesn't like to talk about it too much to this day, but he was a survivor. I work in Penn Station in Manhattan, and we were under the gun there. We didn't know when what the next target was going to be. There was still planes in the air, and we were kind of under the gun. And we saw the towers go down on TV, and it was devastating. We saw the second plane hit live on the news, and we knew it wasn't an accident after that. And we knew it was terrorism right then and there. And we watched the towers go down, and we were all devastated. We couldn't believe it happened that fast.
You guys were like in shock.
Absolute shock.
Yeah.
Could not believe it happened in that short amount of time that both of the buildings came down. It was absolutely devastating, and it really still is.
Hey, my name is Joan Singleton. I am Ladies of Hog from New York City Hog, and on September 11th, 2001, I was at work with my husband Rob, and when I first heard of the news, I expected it to be a small plane. The minute I heard it was a jet, I knew we were at war. And probably there isn't a day that goes by that I don't think of this, that I don't look at the skyline and miss the Twin Towers.
And I was at work with her, and we were on the roof. I watched the second plane hit. It was, when the second plane hit, I knew it was not an accident. And it was one of our worst moments that I lived anyway. So we're here to show our Respect, appreciation to those who fought, those who died, and we're going to do this for as long as we can, and show our appreciation to those that were there, first responders and everyone else. And thanks to the bikers that are here, show their respect too. We appreciate it. Bob, thank you. Rock 'em out. New York hard.
Okay. Thank you.
God bless
Thank
America.
you. Good.
Hi, my name is Raphael. I'm a volunteer with the Central Park Medical Unit, which is a volunteer ambulance service. And on 9/11, I remember that I had just dropped my kids off at school, and after I dropped them off, I got in my car to go to work, and for whatever reason, I decided to put on the radios. And I heard actually over the Parks Department radio, one of the parks officers assigned to Battery Park City screaming, absolutely screaming hard that a plane had crashed in the World Trade Center. And I thought that was not good at that point in time, and not knowing what it was, I went upstairs, I put on my uniform, went to the station house, and we pulled out an ambulance, and we went down there.
Okay.
It was tough. You know, it was,
yeah, it's tough for everybody.
I have to say, we were very lucky in the sense that I remember being there in 1993 as well, and what we did was we pulled the ambulances right up to the front of the buildings on VC Street, and we probably would have done the same. But this time we didn't. We actually were flagged down before we got there because one of the guys was riding a bike, and as he saw the planes coming into the building, he was turning around and he didn't realize where he was going, and then he just went head over handlebars. He had a horrible accident.
Oh man.
So we took him to the hospital, and while we were at the hospital, the buildings came down. So when we got down there, after we dropped him off at the hospital, it was like nighttime because all the dust and the dirt was pitch black.
Yes.
And here it was so early in the morning on what was a beautiful day, and it was pitch black. Ashes, dirt, everywhere. And we tried to do the best that we can. We took several people to the hospital at the same time, and then we would go up to Bellevue, and then we would come back, and we just made numerous trips back and forth to the hospital on the volunteer ambulance.
So you were right there. You were right near the site and everything.
Oh yeah.
I'm originally here from New York City. The reason I'm here for the ride is because it unites us, New Yorkers, when a crisis comes about. You know, basically all stick together. The real true New Yorkers come out. And we're here to support each other, support our men, police department, our fire department, for the work they do.
That's good, that's good.
Those that they have lost and their families. So we're here to support each other. That's what we're here for.
Okay, great.
This is my second run. This is my second run with them, and it's great to support them. And I'm very touched about it when they fell, and it just here to support everybody and get together and remember everybody that died and fought.
Good.
Yeah, so